Unbelievable! That is a dream goal!
They found it! They finally found the goal they were looking for!
What a finish that is! Do not scratch your eyes! This is really happening!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game in Frame and Soundview Park, match day 16 of the Cosmopolitan First Division, where the top three teams will clash here today in a very important matchup at the latter end of our Cosmopolitan First Division season before the playoffs begin. Let's begin with the league leaders and regular season champions. Sandzak, as we saw last week, were crowned regular season champions after defeating Liberia with a score of 3-0, and are continuing to try to write history here right in front of our very eyes with their 16th straight win. And a little asterisk on proceedings is no team in the history of the 100 plus year history of the Cosmopolitan League has finished the season with a perfect, immaculate 100% record. That is the quest for the already named champions Sandzak. Moreover, the home team, Block FC, begin the day in third place after the result yesterday went in favor of the New York Ukrainians beating Manhattan Celtic. They will begin in third place. With a win, can go back up to second place and have mathematical advantage for the last games, so to clinch the playoff home slot, which is for the first and second teams. Of course, they do have a game in hand over the rest of the pack in the top four, in essence. However, they also are State Cup finalists, which will take place on May 17th against Paulette FC, or New York Paulette if you'd like. So a quite busy schedule for Block FC, and let's remind you that it is their first season in the Cosmopolitan First Division. Last year's Cosmopolitan Division 2 winners promoted and had a very, very good first season. Most likely will finish in the top four. Can't be mathematically named champions. Now Sandzak have that crown, but are in a quest for a very good game here and the all-important game that we mentioned on May 17th. And to conclude, as the two sides are lined up and will enter this pitch, the first result on the season actually came on the very first match week, a 2-0 Sandzak win with a fantastic goal from Haris Sabovic, a wobbling, dipping, devilish free kick. So that is the pre-match as the two sides have entered the pitch here. Sandzak will line up in their customary all-black kit, and Block FC will be sporting their green kit with white socks and the white lettering. As the two sides will exchange pleasantries, and the match will begin in some moments. To also recap, in the reserve game, Block FC were victorious with a stunning score of 6-1. Can their first team also make a statement? And for them, 3 points important, but so too the all-important 100% record of Sandzak, who are looking to continue their streak with a handful of games left in the regular season before the playoffs begin. Goalkeeper and captain Jangana will greet captain Haris Sabovic in the center circle alongside our three-man crew for our match here tonight. One notable name in the starting 11 of Sandzak is actually Jehon, who will feature at center back next to captain Haris Sabovic. Is a mainstay contributor for the reserve side, didn't feature in the reserve side matchup, so can have some fresh legs. He will line up next to captain Haris Sabovic, in essence replacing Jeffrey Gadd, who isn't in the matchday squad today. Hrstanovic at right full back, so too on the left side Hrstanovic as well, the two Hrstanovic's that are on the roster of Sandzak. Kalenovic, Sabovic in the middle of midfield, beginning on the two wings, Mamadou Diombera and Matthew Heze, and a front two of the 9 being the man in possession here, Martin Dikanovic, and most likely, presumably playing in the 10, Arman Chelebi, as we're underway here at the Soundview Park. Can Sandzak continue their perfect season and add yet another win to their already maximum win of 15 for 15? First possession after a quick free kick for Block FC, who are attacking from right to left. First long ball over the top. Wally has began through the middle for Block FC. Dikanovic tries to locate Mamadou Diombera. He does so. Kalenovic, slide rule ball into the movement of Matthew Heze, intercepted in good fashion by Diallo. Drama beginning in the center of the midfield. And back with goalkeeper and captain Jangana. Black FC, a team that we've seen in previous streams, can be deceptive in their game, also play direct at times and also keep possession and build out from the back and in tight spaces. Here is Wally picking up an interesting position, spinning, finding his man, slide rule ball onto the right-hand side, which is intercepted by the fullback Hrstenovic, back to Danilo Nikčević in goal, the mainstay number 1 for Sandzak. We didn't mention him in the 11 because it's presumed, and always the case, that Montenegrin shot stopper will debutize in the Sandzak goal, a goalkeeper and defense, and moreover a team that has conceded the least amount of goals in the Cosmopolitan First Division, showcasing their good defensive discipline. Quite a narrow pitch here at Soundview Park, excuse me. Not the likes of the Randall's Island 70s that Sandzak and a couple of other teams in the division have been accustomed to playing. But have to figure this narrow pitch out. First deep free kick for the Sandzak defense to contend with. Teased into the area. Sabovic will clear. The umber off the chest. See. Diallo coming across, getting a bit of the ball and also winning his side of throw-in. Conte out to take the throw-in. Back with Diallo from centre half, exchanging with his centre back partner. In field, a neat little spin by Drame. Sorry, risen flag in the background, but advantage will be given from our centre referee as the ball trickled back into the possession of Nikčević, who will thump his clearance forward beyond the halfway line. First contact one, Hrstenovic. Block FC intercept. Another slide rule ball to Wally, a centre forward with very good movement and run into the channels and the half spaces. Can do a little bit of everything, as we've seen in previous Block FC streams. Can also assist with the build out, dropping between and receiving the first ball, and also trying to expand the defense, running in behind. Shusoko. Some space to venture forward. Jehon's interception, but gives it away to Wally on the spin. Side. Kalenovic will intercept. Has Diombera lengthening his stride. Centre backs have to communicate. Komaro effectively left it for his centre half partner to clear the lines. Diallo now. Some space to turn and to drive into more space, locating Kante from left full. Advancing, checking the possession back. Diallo, side. The midfielder Maestro for Block FC will try to pick up pockets between the 6 and the 8 and try to make some line splitting passes. Cross collected for Nikčević. Hrstenovic thinking about elevating. Back with Nikčević. No press on. The shot stopper will deliver towards Celebi, just a bit too high for him. Sabovic found Celebi, but good high press and intensity, an intense start from Block FC. Referee just going over to have a quick word with Hrstenovic, who poked the ball away, but throw-in is the outcome. Thrown in just a bit too strong, and goal kick for Sandzak. Niktovic will get his team up the pitch. The staple from Sandzak is for the two center backs to split and the full backs to go high and wide for their build out, but the long ball was elected for. Second ball to side. Sabovic, Mirza Sabovic that is, intercepting, finds Diombera. Hrstanovic, the outside of the foot. Diombera has Dikanovic ahead of him, but wants to open the ball a bit and try to run past the defender that was covering. Sabovic, Dikanovic has some space, will try his right foot, hacked off of the defender. Hrstanovic just a bit loose with the touch. They can transition now. Drame has options left and right. Jehon with good placement to cut the line splitting pass. Kolenovic. Dikanovic. Hrstanovic advancing from right full back. Will lift his head. Chelebi tries to flick. Did that come off his shoulder? Long ball. A lot of early transition moments from both sides. In a narrow pitch, it's probably ideal to choose your moments when to transition, but when to do it quickly. And quick stoppage. So I believe Haris Sabovic is having a quick word with the referee. Maybe just got trotted on or felt a little discomfort. All is good. We will restart with a throw-in. Tossed into the area, but no takers in the 18-yard area. Niktovic, forwards to Dikanovic, beaten in the air. Sabovic just opened the touch a bit, nibbled away by the defender. Kolenovic, trademark with the outside of the foot. Diombera towards the byline. Didn't have enough space to try to get across into Matthew Heze, who was lurking on the penalty spot. Kolenovic will load it. Just a bit overhit. Changana will see that the lines are back for Sandzak and touch to his center back to build out from back to front. Tries This is initiated by Dekanovic, a good one at that. But the second ball falls to Diallo, dueling with Heze. Gets his pass off to Kante, infield. Celebi intercepts. Kalenovic. A little bit loose. Hrstanovic. Matthew Heze will see that trickle out. Kante going over to take the throw in. Probably gained a couple meters, but the second ball will fall to Drame, slices it. Sabovic back to the safety of his goalkeeper. First time. Diambaro was in an offside position and couldn't go to press the long ball. Nikčević with time again. We've seen this a couple of times. Really not pressing either goalkeeper, just allowing for this type of service, and now in areas like this contest for the first and the seconds. The seconds won by Block FC. Drame, body feint, Kante. Sifting it to the right hand side was Sey. Wally into the area. Can they get their shot off? They can. It's off Jehon, who's imploring his team to get up to pitch now. Hrstanovic elevates. Neat touch from Dekanovic. Just left it a bit short as Heze was sprinting into the channel. See, Diallo, Wally. Sabovic stepping out. Sissoko forced to locate a teammate who couldn't find the winger that gained some space on the right hand side. Diambaro flicks. The throw in for Sandzak. A very difficult, in essence, game for a couple of reasons for Block FC. One, you are playing the league leaders and the regular season champions. And two, they might have an eye out on their State Cup final, but the eye is in the favor of Wally, who opens the scoring. Neat finish, composed and accurate from Wally. Wrapped his right foot around it and beat Nikčević for Block FC's opening goal here. Just as I was saying that they might have an eye on another fixture upcoming, they are the ones who hit the front here at Soundview Park. Certainly have began with a bit of tempo and bite in their play, and are rewarded for their very good beginning in the first 15 minutes. Wally, the man on the score sheet. How can the league leaders and champions now riposte? I see a substitution being prepared for Sandzak. It's Mohamed Bou, who is going through a bit of a stretching routine, limbering up excuse me, on the sideline. Didn't begin the game. Dikanovic gets enough on it. The second's ball to Celebi. Heze has to rotate his body. Kept in play. Kante advancing from left full back. Here's the goal scorer, Wally. Wally. The flag is risen. A great save in the end. Nikčević wasn't to know. But a quickly risen flag would have petered out that action. Nikčević with a save in the end. Diallo infield. Drame. Loose. Heze. Dikanovic making a clever run. Little nutmeg from Heze. Coming across as the center back. The second ball to Sabovic. Cehon. To captain Haris Sabovic. Mirza Sabovic, diagonal, pinpoint. Heze has 1v1. Will check onto his left foot and try to find his center forward, Dikanovic. Sabovic wins. Possession again. Kalenovic in a 50-50. No nonsense clearance, which might turn out into a appetizing ball. Nikčević coming a long way off his line. Good decision. Drame finds the ball right before the halfway line, just slips at the inopportune time. And Hrstanovic can come away with it. And another risen flag. Jangana quick to point out something that he spotted in the defensive, maybe lying there. But so too Nikčević on the other hand was out to clear from a long way off his line as Bu has entered. See who he replaced. So Bu will slot into the number 6 role beside Kalenovic. Heze will flick it into the area, and awkward stabbed clearance away, but effective in the end. I believe Dikanovic has come off, so we'll just see who will play in the number 9. I believe it's going to be Celebi or Sabovic. We'll see that when the action is complete here. Corner kick for Sandzak, whipped in by Kalenovic to the second post. Sabovic lined up a volley, swiveled his hips, got good contact. Jangana with more communication with, I believe, his right full back there. Spotted something and just wanted to make the point, as all good goalkeepers should. Black FC have found their first goal, and also to the first goal that they have scored on Sandzak, as the first game between the two in the very first matchup of the season concluded in a 2-0 win for Sandzak. It's quite difficult and quite odd to play a team in the very first game of the season and towards the latter stages, but that is the cards that were dealt here for these two sides who in which have had much success since their first meeting. Like we said, Sandzak are your regular season champions, and Black FC have a date in the State Cup final on May 17th, taking on New York Palette from the LISFL. Thrown in. Bu's first involvement. Cehon back with Nikčević. A little bit of press on from Drame. Kante. The bounce will aid Wally. Wally driving on to his right foot. Sliding tackle came in from Sabovic. Mirza Sabovic. Hezi cushions the 1-2 with Chelebi. Hezi is just about caught up in the end. Chelebi and Diallo will clear lines. Hrstanovic from the track on the outskirts of the pitch will deliver. Chelebi's most likely offside. Will let that dribble back to Jangana. Of course, guys, today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. I'd like to thank our sponsors at Umbro. Diombera. Slide rule to Kalenovic. The flag is down. Kalenovic will check back before dribbling one into the area. Quick hand of approval from Heze as he liked the idea of the service, but collected by goalkeeper Jangana. Jehon. Sabovic flicks. Chelebi spinning. Is asking for a free kick. Kante. Sai. Or C, if you correct the pronunciation. Cushioned to the advancing right full back. We'll leave it and go on the overlap. Drame. Drame will have a, in the end, tame shot that skipped once or twice before landing in the arms of Nikčević. With urgency forwards, appeals of a handball given. Infringement on Kamara. Kalenovic. Some heads went up. Jehon there first. Kalenovic towards Chelebi first time. It's awkward in the end. And just over the goalpost of Jangana, who had to flick his hand up. But caught first time by Arman Chelebi. Long ball. Drame on the half volley. Sabovic evading one for the moment, and we'll check it back to Jehon. Drame swiveling. Bu with a neat drop of the shoulder as Diombera. Hrstanovic. A free kick. Of course, guys, make sure you have a look at our Goal of the Month contenders, as the month of April just concluded. Some fantastic strikes. Voting ends at 11:59 p.m. if you want to cast your last second vote. some very impressive goals. Did that flick off a shin? Yes, is the answer. Corner kick for Sandzak. A plethora of fantastic goals for the month that has just passed us by. If you want to have a look at our Instagram and our YouTube page, cast your vote. A loaded area. Sabovic has actually ended up in the net. Referee has some sorting out to do a quite congested area. On the toes of Jangana. Has it picking up a interesting position. Kalenovic will deliver. Kalenovic, Sabovic goes down. Three players down, actually. Diallo was also in the mix. Just gave a quick thumbs up, but danger averted there. With more build out, Kamara back to his goalkeeper Jangana, who's pressed. In the end, we'll find the centre forward who's checked back. No offside. Hrstanovic back to defend. Ball into the area. Jehan coming across and clearing lines. 29 minutes in here at Soundview Park. Block FC with the lead after Wally striking his team in front with a lovely caressed finish. Wrapping his foot around it and beating Nikčević in the Sandzak goal. Like we mentioned, they certainly started with some intensity and some huff and puff and were rewarded for their endeavors in the beginning. About 15 minutes left in this first half. Sandzak, on the other hand, trying to riposte for an equalizer, had a couple half chances, but so far haven't found a way to beat Jangana in the Block FC goal. Free kick as Nikčević will get his team up the pitch. Thumps it forward. Bu attempts to flick. Kalenovic will give it air. Athletically cushioned. Back to Kalenovic, a bit of pinball. Diombera will win aside a corner kick. Flicked into the area. Jangana thought about applying knuckles, but was over his head, and so too over the goalpost. Jangana towards the halfway line, flicked on. Drame. Bu. And Drame in a bit of a 50-50. Kante has to extend, does so. Just His pass running out of pitch. Jehon. Back with Nikčević. Drame going to press the first. Rustanović. Nikčević gets enough air on it to find Bu. Sabovic on the turn. We'll leave it to Kalenović. Heze was in a good position. Just intercepted at the last. Kalenović is beaten to it over the top. And Nikčević will collect. Towards Heze with pinpoint accuracy. Matthew Heze. Infield, just a bit overhit for Chelebi. Kamara lengthening his stride from center back. This pass will force his winger to check back. Drame picking up possession, cutting it towards the top of the box. The shot comes in with the left foot. It's a second goal for Block FC. A sparkling moment from them, and the second goal to their name. The swivel, the hit, and the second goal for Block FC. We've come here for a little goal celebration and a dance after their second goal here at Soundview Park. Two very well taken goals, has to be said, from Block FC. The first with the right from Wally, and now some seconds ago a left-footed effort. 2-0 now in favor for Block FC. Neat control. The Umbera cushions. Sabovic. Dekanovic, who's come back on. Sabovic is going to win the free kick. Quite a, not exactly the same, but similar location to in the first game between the two, where Captain Haris Sabovic opened the scoring with a worldly of a free kick. This one a bit off center to the left. The one from my mistake quickly taken. The idea certainly was on as Jangana was constructing his wall. And Sabovic tried to catch the goalkeeper unaware. Just as we were prepping that free kick, a quickly taken attempt from Sabovic. Diallo. Drame sifts it out neatly to the right-hand side. Runners ahead. So to Susoko, who's entering the area now. The service goes towards Susoko. Susoko denied. And a handball whistled in all that. Referee just wants Nikčević to go back a couple of paces. Almost the third goal for Block FC as the press was on. Sabovic has to be careful. dueling with his man. It'll be cleverly left by Kalenovic to his goalkeeper, Diombera. Kalenovic driving into space. Diombera. See, I've done a quite good job for the time being at keeping the man in possession here off the score sheet. This shot. And a whistle. With height, the first control with the chest, but Bu was there. Over the top, Kamara stretching, back to Jangana, who will put his foot through it and clear. Quickly taken, Mirza Sabovic. On the spin. Lovely first control and just the drop of the shoulder from Drame on a couple of occasions. Bu, Hrstanovic. Back with Captain Haris Sabovic. Kalenovic. Bu. Kalenovic. Kalenovic in a 50-50 with Kamara. Some space for transition now is 4-on-3 if they can do it swiftly. Served. Is this the third goal? Yes, it is. Neat and effective transition from Block FC with lung-busting movement. Will have their third goal. Lovely transition. Did it ever so swiftly, and the finish to match. Three 0 now to the good. Sabovic. Quite a unfamiliar territory. It doesn't have to be said, but you can understand for Sandzak, as I don't believe they've trailed with this scoreline in the season so far. But credit to Block FC for starting and continuing the half in a very good manner. Free kick. Trying that right hand side again. Effective in the last goal scoring action. Kamara coming across, putting his foot through it. And something maybe kicked off there. Don't really know what occurred. The referee just wants to have a word with Kamara. We'll restart. Heze, cushions. Sabovic. Diombera goes down a yelp of pain, and they quickly brandished yellow. opportunity for Sandzak, and more specifically Captain Sabovic from the dead ball. Jangana constructing his 4-man wall. Wants it to be precise and millimetric. Will he have a draft excluder? No. He will just add more height to the wall. Sabovic will lay it to Kalenovic, who will hack it. Appeals and they whistle. Couple minutes left in this first half. Conte being to it by Hrstanovic. Will a goal here for Sandzak just change the rhythm of the match? Kalenovic infield, Hrstanovic. Hrstanovic will try it, and brave defending. Popped into the air, Heze underneath it, so to see. Sandzak trying to close this first half with some tempo. Dikanovic is tugged down, but not enough to award a penalty kick. We're in a little bit of a coming together into the area, but referee had a good position. C extending the play to the right hand side, more runners. Those second and third man runs are very deceptive and important from Block FC. Certainly have a style of play and certainly working out here today. Drame cut out at the last by Sabovic. Conte has it back to defend as we entered into the 45th minute. Dikanovic sprinting, evading the defense of the fullback. Diombera. Kalenovic advanced now. Kalenovic, a wobbling shot. Jangana there to collect. So I believe we just had some seconds before the 45. Maybe we'll just go into some bits of stoppage time. Not exactly sure who's thrown down on the ground. It's actually Kamara who's helped up. We'll restart with a drop ball. Jangana, and that was the last act of this first half here at Soundview Park. A very, very impressive first half for Block FC, opening the scoring in the early minutes of the game through a fantastic strike from Wally. Continue to press the undefeated Sandzak side, and at halftime 3-0 in favor for Block FC here at Soundview Park. Stay tuned for the second half.
As well, finds Ablo, Nido, who's got some space, catch it well! It's a sublime equaliser for the Pan Cyprians. It dipped and it swerved, and it wheeled into the back of the net.
It's a free kick for Tigres. And he tries to put it on target, and he does with a beautiful, nearly masterful acrobatic effort left. Harrison, will he go for the shot or the pass? Stanic, turned, Harrison, faking still. Harrison from a tight angle! Oh, it's just inside the far post! Rijan Harrison, a brace, and a tie game for Ozers is 2-2. They may have pulled back a draw.
Waring, looking for Spompanato. Strauss Figueroa! What a bolt! Quincy Strauss Figueroa with a rocket!
All United trying to find an equalizer, cutting back. Here he is. All United. Oh, it's an equalizer! It's a solo, individual effort. And look what it means to Harley United. They've equalized.
Strike it. Spaker! Oh, into the top of the net! Bam, Spaker! The goal. Wow.
Future. Getting, shooting. What a great goal. Set herself up on the dribble and goes over the gloves of Hamilton. That's her second already.
New York International! What a tackle at the last second now, Bednarski! What a shot by Bednarski! Zipped in to Billity, who's running at that Alliance box now. Cuts inside, what a move by Billity, what a goal! A brilliant little cut inside the box, bought the space, and he took advantage of it. 1-0 Lone Star.
Captain lines up his right foot, unbelievably lashed in. What a goal from the captain. He has put his foot through that magically. A golden moment for Greater Long Beach.
Can't quite retain possession. Here's Adamenge, and he'll send a long through ball. That's an excellent through ball to Koutner. We'll see what he can do. Driving down the right wing, cuts inside, cuts back outside. Is there a finish at the end of it? And that's a fantastic goal by Christoph Koutner. Spun his defender inside and out, and a clinical finish at the end of it.
Drives it in. Commanding header. Comes on the edge. What a hit! Oh, that's absolutely superb. Milton Campos arrows it in.
Straight off the arm. Here's Asivek again. Shooting opportunity for Asivek. Oh, wow. What a beautiful goal that is. And 2 goals in 30 seconds from Negmatov Asivek.
No need to rush the play. When they're up 2 goals at this point in the match, taking it slow during these set pieces can be very helpful. That's a nice through ball. Let's play back to Doggart. Spampinato out to Doggart. What a goal! Excellent through ball. Spampinato and Doggart connected beautifully there.
Steps back, Miele fires into the back of the net! It's a goal! Miele!
Stanovic off the backside of the head of the retreating fullback. Mamadou Diombera onto his right foot. Mamadou Diombera! That is mesmeric for Mamadou Diombera. He has speared that in with great wonder. Unbelievable work from Diombera. His finish beating Sella.
Now Richie, take them all on. So Richie, oh! Oh, Richie! It's a hat trick for the number 17.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, For 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish. Flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back, guys. Second half kickoff has passed us. We had a substitution at halftime. Tunkara has entered. Tunkara, who featured in the reserve game, a center forward, now will play most likely off the right-hand side. Tunkara, with a plethora of goals in the reserve game, had a hat-trick to his name. I believe he had 3 or 4 goals to his name for the reserve side. Now asked to assist in the first team game. Wally has remained at center forward. Ball over the top. Krstanovic. Whistle, quickly taken free kick from Bu. Kolanovic. Sabovic. Swiveling. Sabovic. And Jangana will take the sting out of it. Just chew up as many seconds as he can. Black FC, who have found themselves in a very appetizing position after their stellar first half, a near perfect first half for their persuasion, finding 3 goals, and now in defense a slip or a fall from Sabovic. Tunkara is through on goal. Tunkara is on the score sheet yet again. Has scored for the reserve side, has now scored for the first team. More clinical finishing from now Tunkara, who effectively now is the super sub. Upon entering in the second half, has his name already to the score sheet. 4-0 now in favor for Block FC. With a smile from ear to ear, just exchanging some words with his presumed teammates on the bench who have stayed from the reserve side to cheer on the first side. More clinical finishing from Tunkara. Wally. Bu will intercept, flicks it towards Diombara. Neat first touch. Mamadou Diombara driving away, coming across at the last to intercept before he can dispatch a shot. Kamara. Now, Drame. Wally appeals for offside. Wally will just about keep it in play. Wally by line, a little tug on his shirt, doesn't go down. Touches it to Tunkara, who touches it furthest more to Kamara, who makes it 5. Kamara, the center back, up in a center forward position and finishing off like a number 9. Kamara for 5. Five 0 now for Block FC. Referee has just gone over to maybe have a word with the spectators. From my eye, it was a discussion from Nikčević also having a word. Anyway, I see a more friendly maybe conversation from Diombara, who's swapped over now. Maybe after a little delay, back and underway. Here's the goal scorer of the latest goal for Block FC. It's barring anything super spectacular. Let's just see this action first as Bu will open the touch, cleared out into touch. Barring anything utterly spectacular, it's most likely not going to be the perfect 100% season that we spoke about in the pre-match for Sandzak. Still have a couple of games to play in the regular season before the playoffs begin, and more so importantly for them, let's just see this, Hrstenović into the ground wobbling, and Jangana will just pump fake the quick service and distribute to Wally. For Sandzak now it's just about refocusing, and they have a possible, should we say a possible, as an offside on Tunkara, a possible promotion playoff game to contend for. We'll see that in due course as the league will hopefully instruct all parties that will or won't be involved in that match to recalibrate. These games are certainly quite difficult to contend with when you have already been crowned regular season champions, but credit to Block FC, who we said also have a very big matchup in the cards on May 17th. Credit to them for playing a very stellar game of football so far, and the scoreline is at 5-0 now. Can Sandzak get one back? Lobbed into the area, cleared away. Jangana was in the area, cushioned by Tunkara. Jehon intercepts. Lost the boot in the process as well. As referee will just give him a second to reapply the footwear. We'll restart with the drop ball. Run on the left-hand side to Tunkara and Wally in an interesting position, but Drame couldn't locate them. Jehon. Hrstenović has to check back. Will hack it with his left foot. See, we'll let it dribble out. I believe at the next stoppage a substitution for Sandzak, Diombara, who has swapped wings with Heze. Kalinovic. Bu. Towards Matthew Heze. Coming across is the centre back and will retract his foot as the ball has gone out for a goal kick. Stanovic stabs, cushioned by Heze. Chelebi, who has re-entered. Heze. Kolenovic. Kolenovic deflecting, took the sting off it. And Jangana down to collect. Komara. Sabovic. Boo. Chelebi, wall pass intended for Kolenovic. Kolenovic swiveling away. What we can say of the importance of this matchup is for the home field advantage, you would think, for the playoffs, as Sandzak has already locked in the #1 seed for the playoffs. Just see this action as Diombera will try with his left. And with a win here today, as we said in the pre-match, Block FC can jump up back to second place after the result went in favor of the New York Ukrainians, who will now sit in third. And then the fourth position is contested between a couple of teams that have it all to play for in the last match 2 weeks. So maybe this will be a playoff venue for the #3 seed. Certainly we know Sandzak will host, quote unquote, host the first playoff game. And now the question is, who will finish in the top 4? Block FC taking a very important step in that direction here tonight. And also so too building some confidence for their cup final in 2 weeks' time. Tunkara actually has gone through the middle now, with Wally here in possession on the right-hand side. The deflections will aid him. See, back to a centre back, exchanging with goal scorer Komara, who will elevate towards Wally. Flag is down. Hrstanovic trying to get back in position and does so sufficiently. Sabovic. Hrstanovic advancing from left full. Of course, guys, feel free to have a look at our Goal of the Month candidates, as the month has just passed us by. Voting ends at 11:59 p.m. if you want to cast a last-minute vote. Some spectacular goals in the month of April in the various leagues that we cover here on Game and Frame. In field, Tunkara is being toured by Jehon. Chelebi gives it some air. See, Tunkara will spin now. Low flat ball is cleared away. 50-50, Tunkara dueling. So to Kante, who's advanced from his fullback position. And a couple of challenges coming in. As we have this little pause in play, let's remind you that today's Game in Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. So you can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. As I'm not exactly sure who is down on the ground, you just need a little bit of attention. I believe it was Diallo who's now back up on his feet and gingerly walking to the sidelines. Kalanovic towards the Umbera, cut out by the fullback, Sabovic. Hrstanovic will stab it into the area. A little bit of a deflection, forcing the Umbera to check back. The Umbera will lose the possession. See with a couple of knee touches to find his teammate. Wally, who began the scoring in the first half. Sprinting across is Boo. Will, in the end, win a free kick, which has to be taken from the correct spot in a sprint with Bajaha. Hrstanovic. Sabovic. Cleared away. Wally's pinpoint touch, sticking the ball to his shoelace. Sabovic clears. Give it a thump as it was just about in play. Conte. Jehan. Hrstanovic. Matthew Heze, who has again swapped wings with the Umbera. Heze going to ground. Sabovic. Jangana has gone to ground again, just congesting that 6-yard area as little space is possible for the goalkeeper to come out to receive. If he has some sorting out to do. Cleared away, and with 2 attempts cleared towards the halfway line, Hrstanovic will reload. Jangana is commanding in the air, will quickly distribute, but loosely only to Kalanovic. Drame can drive, step over Tunkara making a run. Kamara finding himself in a attacking position again. Kamara showcasing some step overs. Neat feet. Kamara going to ground. Sabovic. Bu. Diombera on his left foot. Diombera cut back is spilled for the moment. The deflection is awkward. Sabovic getting a chunk on it in the end was goalkeeper Jangana. And Doucouré was there to clear lines. 66 minutes gone here at Soundview Park. Bu, Heze, Conte clears, only falls to Kalenovic. Will try his right foot, deflect it off Conte. Another set piece for Sandzak towards the penalty spot. Jehon met it first. Tunkara swiveling, dueling with Bu. Driving away with the ball in possession. Tunkara swiveling onto his right foot, unselfishly laying it to Drame, who will tap home an empty net. More very good work from Tunkara, and Drame applies the finishing touches for Block FC's sensational sixth. As Tunkara getting the congratulations, Drame the goal scorer, but all the work, has to be said, was from Tunkara's explosive pace. Stanovic. Sabovic. Swivel away. C wins the possession. Wally. An interchange again of positions. Here's Wally. Wally, someone has gone down beyond the play. That was Drame. But advantage as Wally, the 1, the 2, Wally, back to Tunkara. Jehon was there, and Sabovic can apply calm. Kalenovic. Kalenovic. Stanovic to take the throw-in. Sabovic, Diombera. About 20 minutes left in this match here at Soundview Park. A match in which the 3 points are going to Block FC to really spoil the perfect season so far of Sandzak, who are looking for their 16th straight win on the season to continue their immaculate 100 for 100 record, 100% record that is. Block FC had other ideas today and were quick to start and to begin the game in a good fashion as a yellow card brandished to Jehon and have had a good day's work here at Soundview Park, scoring 6 goals against the best defense in the league. Previous to today, we will have to just recount the mathematics maybe afterwards to see if after this game Sandzak will continue to feature the best defense in the league. As we said as well throughout the commentary, a quite difficult game to play for both sides, for both occasions, as Sandzak have already been crowned regular season champions and have the all-important promotion playoff to possibly attend to, and so too in 2 weeks' time. Like to see this action first as a Drame byline has runners in the area, lays it to Wally. Wally! 7! Drame byline, Wally with his brace. 7-0 in favor for Block FC, who just now, to conclude the point, will most likely be favorites now in their State Cup final cup matchup, as New York Paulette as well is a very good side at that. I've personally played against them on a numerous amount of times, but showing this quality and now so too a little bit more movement in their game. The Umbara. Chelebi, can Sandzak get on the score sheet? No, for the time being. The craziness of the Cosmopolitan First Division in a nutshell. Your league leaders and champions trail with a score that we rarely often see. There are some, and many, obviously, asterisks behind this, but for both sides, a tricky game that needed to be, of course, played in the correct fashion, and Block FC have come out very determined to put their foot on the gas and to remain in a position of comfort. Referee quick to just take up a bit of afters maybe, as Boo has gone off the pitch. Actually, there's a substitution in his stead. We'll restart with a drop ball. 2 weeks' time, Block FC can have a title of their own. As awkward pass back to goalkeeper Jangana, who still has a clean sheet to his name. In 2 weeks' time, the big final, State Cup final against New York Paulette. They will most likely have a game next Sunday, and maybe possibly one more makeup game they do in fact have. I believe it's a trip to Andor against Hoboken, if I'm not mistaken. So some very important games. How they rotate the squad, how they continue to push is a question for their persuasion, but so far today, very professional and correct. Kolenovic, Sabovic going to ground. Wally bypasses on the halfway line, will spread it left. Kante, or Stanovic there. Chelebi. Rame again, low and beyond the post of Nikcevic. Looking forward for Sandzak. They have a matchup next week against Central Park Rangers to continue, rather to refine their winning ways, and then we will see who in which teams are gonna fill out the top four. Block FC will join, now be confirmed in second place, a risen flag. So for the time being, it's of course Sandzak in first. They will remain in first throughout the whole year as champions elect. Booked their championship last time out against Liberia. Block FC will now bump up into second place with Manhattan Celtic in third. And depending on results here today in the other games, Polonia also in the mix, so too Central Park Rangers 2. The corner kick is taken towards Jehon off the woodwork. It's simply not Sandzak's day as that header rattled off the woodwork. Jangana with urgency forwards towards Tunkara. Heze. Last touch off. Matthew Heze. So Block FC, just some quick mathematics here. Block FC will go to 31 points. They do in fact have the tiebreaker over New York Ukrainians. They will go to second. New York Ukrainians in third place on 31 points. And depending on result at Polonia SC's matchup, they actually lost 3-2 today in Laurel Hill Park against Hoboken. So that in essence opens the door for Central Park Rangers 2 and Manhattan Kickers, who mathematically aren't still out of the top four equation. They are in sixth place on 19 points. That in due course. Here tonight, it's been Block FC's day. Some very good advantage given by the referee. Block were still in possession. Jehon clears before Drame can intercept. Dukure. Step over, will leave it to Wally. Neat first touch. Sabovic and Kolenovic. Wally. Tunkara's wall pass. Someone that also didn't feature today. Just checking my team sheet is Tambadu, actually their center forward that began the year. We haven't seen him as per such in previous games, but their offense very strong and sturdy here today. Diallo advancing, flag is not risen, but the ball trickled out of play. Kolenovic. Diallo. Drame. Advancing is the fullback. Will get his service into the center forward. Wally, a little clip over the top to Wally. Sabovic and Jehon. Clear. Diallo. Chelebi with bite, wins the possession. Kolenovic reversing to Hrstanovic, who has some space ahead of him. Extending the pitch is Diombara. He'll get the service. Diombara. Hrstanovic, first touch neat. Checks back a bit, waits for the movement of Diombara. Just about keep it in play. Diombara. And coming across is the defender to touch the ball off, attempted to touch the ball off the Umbara, but a corner kick awarded. 10 minutes left. As we entered 80 plus now. It's just a matter of time before the final whistle will conclude proceedings here today. Hrstenovic, it's deflected. The linesman just pointing to something, who possibly that came off last. Nonetheless, goal kick for Jangana, who will quickly take to Dukure. Hrstenovic, Mirza Sabovic. Once again deflected. Diallo gives it distance. A handball, quickly taken by Jehon, but have to retreat a couple of yards back. Left to Sabovic, touch to Hrstenovic, who will load the area. Kamara underneath it, stooping below it was C. Mirza Sabovic. Jehon has a hack at it. Clearance into the night sky. C with another. First contact. Kalenovic will go into the book. Jehon. Tunkara chasing. Certainly didn't play the 90 in the first match. I believe he played free kick and maybe a yellow. To conclude my point, Tunkara played about 80 minutes, 75 or 80 minutes in the reserve game, and looking like going to play an effective 45 for the first team. Got his name on the score sheet, as well assisted. Kalenovic will float it flat towards Dekanovic. Jehon. Kalenovic, Sabovic. Swiveling. Dekanovic trying to force his way into the area. Another effective clearance, but it'll come back. And another set piece for Sandzak. Floated towards Dekanovic. Komaro was there, winning another aerial duel. First time forwards towards Tunkara. Nikčević. The Umbera. About 4 minutes left. Probably won't have any stoppages from my understanding, but 4 minutes left. The Umbera. Kamara going to ground to get another interception. Sabovic cuts it. The shot, Jangana with a save. Dikanovic back. More good defending from Block FC. Wally will drive away with the possession. Opens the touch just a bit too much as Heze was there. Heze, who was, I believe, slided into left full back for the last minutes of this game. Dukurey. Left by C. Wally, as Dikanovic has gone down. Trying to get the attention of the referee, but most likely after this action, as Black FC are in attacking third. Muscled off the ball. Heze, will we stop? And the sensible thing is yes. As a couple of players have gone down with a bit of an issue. Dikanovic will be, I thought for the moment, going to remain on, but will trot off. Kalanovic. Couple of last minutes here. Kojic, penalty kick is awarded. Kojic, who has come on a super sub of the own for Sandzak. Kojic will be helped up. The penalty kick awarded for Sandzak. Maybe the last kick of the evening. Kojic seemingly okay, which is good news. Haris Sabovic with the ball on the penalty spot. Referee just making sure there's no encroachment. Haris Sabovic, eyeball to eyeball with Jangana. Haris Sabovic, right-footed. Jangana stops, and he will have a clean sheet to his name, as that was the final act of this match at Soundview Park. Victorious, Block FC with a final score of 7-0 over the regular season champions. No more 100% immaculate record for Sandzak. They will have the quest for their playoff promotion game, followed by, before, a couple of more games in league play. Block FC, who have a huge final in 2 weeks' time, the State Cup final against New York Paulette, have had a step in the right direction here, victorious, and will jump up into second place overnight. Final score here at Soundview Park, Block FC 7, Sandzak 0. Stay tuned for a quick interview.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back, guys. I'm joined here by Diallo, goalkeeper Jangana, and hat-trick hero Wally. A very good day for Block FC, 7-0 over the regular season champions Sandzak. A very good game from both sides, the reserves and the first team, scoring a lot of goals and coming away with 3 points. I'll begin with you, Diallo. Knowing that you're playing the champions of the regular season, did that give you a little bit more motivation to get the job done? Because also too, you guys have a very good and important game coming up in 2 weeks' time, the State Cup final.
Yes, definitely. You know, they are the champions. They're undefeated. They won all their games. So we came here with that mindset that, you know, we got to break their record because we wanted to beat the team that's always winning, you know. So we came here and we know we're in second place. So the other teams is also behind us by like a few points. So we have to, you know, especially last game, we drew a game that we feel ourselves that we should have won. So today we came here with the mentality to beat this team and, you know, send a message that, you know, we are here to win this, especially the playoff coming up. So we got to make sure we win all our games remaining.
And very well said. Of course, it's very important for playoff position, playoff seeding. Now, overnight, you guys will jump back into second place as New York Ukrainians won yesterday, but you guys have the head-to-head on them. How important is home field advantage for the upcoming playoffs? Because you might see Sandzak again or New York Ukrainians. How important is it to finish strong and in second place?
It's very important, especially like I said, the whole team, we want to win, the playoff, win all our remaining games. So for the upcoming games, we all, as a group, we are ready, play our games, stay mentally ready to beat the rest of the guys, especially in second place. So we got to make sure we win the playoff because, they already won the league, they finished first place, so we cannot get that anymore. So now our mindset is to win the remainder of the games and win the playoffs. So ready for that.
Very well said and fantastic defending throughout the 90. Goalkeeper, captain, Jangana. Other than having a clean sheet, scoring goals, when you save a penalty, what is that feeling like for a goalkeeper?
Well, I feel proud, it's an amazing, to save the last penalty of the game, to keep the clean sheet. So I feel proud of it. So yeah, which is very important for us, to keep the clean sheet today.
And like we said, a very big final coming up on May 17th against New York Paletta team from the LISFL. You guys have 1 or 2 games in the regular season yet to play, but is that something that you keep an eye out on as it could lift silverware before the playoffs begin?
Yeah, definitely. We have the team, we have the players, they all mentally ready, physically and mentally ready for the rest of the league and for the cup final. And I'm sure, this year it's gonna be we're gonna make history. Qualifying for the first year to play D1 and also going for our first final and the State Cup game. So, which is very important. So we will stay fit and be ready for that game.
And yes, of course, we said it during the commentary. You guys were promoted from second division to first division, had a very good season, and still have a cup to lift. Now, in 2 weeks' time, what is going to be the outcome of that game? And what are your early thoughts in that game?
No, definitely, they have to be ready because I know the kind of team we have, we can compete even APSL team. To be honest, once the players turn out, they have the physical ready. Look at the game we play against the leaders of the D1. So we saw them the mentality, we have the players, we have the mentality, we have the speed, that we can play against any team. So they gotta be ready for it.
Very well said. The hat-trick hero, I think, left us, but we'll give him credit. One final comment. Your style of play, whoever wants to answer this question, your style of play is something that maybe from the outside maybe was worked on in the training ground. What goes on in the training sessions as both the reserve side and the first team played with a certain style of flawless football at times?
So the training side, we got to give credit to everybody from the coaching to the players. We always come together, to train hard. We leave our works to come together, especially 2 times a week. We are very busy, but we still make time to come together and train. So every time we work on training, we try to make sure, we are part of the game. And today it showed out, we beat the first place team 7-0, which is very, it shows that we are really ready for this. The work is showing. So we got to keep on working on that and then, keep applying the pressure. Make sure we win it.
Very well said, guys. Congratulations. Good luck in the State Cup final.
Thank you.
If we don't see you, congratulations.
To my little brothers that are watching, man. Masaidu, Amadou, Alassana, I love you guys, man. We won this for you guys. Thank you.
Shout out to end the very good day for Block FC, defeating the regular season champion Sandzak with a score of 7-0. They have a State Cup final in 2 weeks' time that is on the cards for them. They will jump up into second place. A very good day for Block FC. Final score 7-0 in their favor. Thank you guys for tuning in and have a good night.